Hello, this is William Gonzalez from WG Preparedness, and we're going to show you another scenario in which you can best use this exercise calculator. We're talking about healthcare, but I want to advocate and stress that this calculator can be used in any industry in which you'll need to predict something will occur within a certain confidence interval. So for this scenario, we're going to talk about the emergency department, and we are emergency managers of a healthcare system and or individual hospital, and we're trying to plan the best time to conduct a mass casualty incident exercise within an ED. For this, we're going to use the observed, and again, all of this is fictional. This is not based off an actual hospital, but we're going to observe the surge level of this fictional ED. And there's four surge levels. Level zero is normal operations or normal predictable operations, and one through four is going to be an increase in surge volume based on, the hospital's best predictable contributors of what can be considered a surge. So I've already placed all the data in here, but again, the data template in which you can place the information for your hospital is on this website, and it's a simple Excel document, and it's sorted by up to 5 years. And to use this calculator, you don't need all 5 years. You literally just need 1 year. It's best if you have more than one, but if you have a year's worth of data, you can still use this calculator. But what we've done is we've taken the day, and all of these go down to about 365 days on an average year. This doesn't equate leap years, but 365 days for the average year. And the variable is going to be the surge level. So again, level zero is normal ops, and it's going to be one through four, which is an increase in surge level or surge volume based on ED patients. And again, that's gonna the triggers for what counts as one through four is going to be different for every hospital. But we've created this fictional hospital in which we've observed over the last 5 years the hospital has surged to on sample year one, day one, surge to level two, day two, zero, zero, day four, two. This is all randomized, but throughout the year, we've counted every time the hospital surged. So, us as healthcare emergency managers, we want to create an exercise that's outside of, the largest surge window. You don't want to be conducting an exercise when you're more vulnerable, predictably vulnerable to a surge happening, especially if you have the observed data and you've been counting it for the last 5 years. We have the data, we've been counting it for the last 5 years. We know exactly, and if we don't, that's the point of this calculator. We're going to calculate when we're going to have the lowest vulnerability for surge to conduct a mass casualty exercise. So I've already copied, I'll lower this for now, but I've already copied all of this data into the calculator, which can be found on wgprepare.org. So all of the sample years are just simply copied and paste, just the yellow highlighted area, simply copied and paste into here. And it's important that you copy and paste. If you wanted to type that information in here, you can. Just know that the each one of these digital lines is correlated to a day. So this is day one, day two, day three, day four. So if you put any data in here, it literally needs to be the data that corresponds to the day. The easiest way to do it is just copy and paste it from the actual template that you can find on this website. So we've already placed the information in here. And what we want to do is we want to find within a 95%. Actually, let's be a little more solid. Let's change this to 99%. We want to be as sure as possible. We want to find out when we're going to have the lowest chance of having the lowest non-surge event in the ED. So we want to predict within a 99% confidence interval when that day is going to occur, when those days are going to occur. So for the data here, we're going to use all 5 years, but we're going to sort, let's just say we'll sort it by 14 of the lowest observed days, right? So it's going to go from normal ops, and then it's going to go up to surge one, surge two. It's just going to sort them all uh, by the actual surge level that we identify, which is going to be normal ops. So let's just take this all the way up to 14. This calculator starts at 6 for this scenario. We're just going to go up to, we're going to sort it by 14 of the lowest days in which we have not been in surge, which is going to be normal operation zero. We're going to keep this at smallest. We're going to go 99%. We have the data already placed in here. We go down to calculate, and it's going to give us based on 14 days times five, our set of numbers, or our sample of numbers is going to be about 70 days. And the Julian date for within a 99% confidence interval, we are 99% that we will not be in surge on January 9th, between January 9th and January 13th. So if I'm an exercise practitioner and I'm trying to figure this out, when's the best time to conduct it? Because we should be thinking about this because we don't want to be introducing exercise activities without knowing, if the ED is going to be in surge or not. All of this information is out there. We need to start counting it. This is what this calculator is used for. This is a healthcare scenario, but this can be applied in any industry. So that's how this calculator works, right? And if you wanted to change the variables up a little bit, if we didn't want to use 14, and this goes up as far as you want. If you wanted to go up to, 20 days of the, lowest consistency, the lowest days in which it was consistently at normal operations. If we want to use 20, we can just recalculate. The days have changed slightly, but it's still going to be somewhere around in January. So we should be conducting a mass casualty exercise for the emergency department within this date, between January 13th and January 18th, given uh we've sorted it by the lowest 20 days in which we were in normal operations, and we're looking at a 99% confidence interval. You can change that to 95%, you can change it to 90% if you really want. So on the flip side, if we wanted to know when we are most likely to be in surge, thankfully I think the surge events that we've placed into this scenario, we don't have 20 days of surge. That would be horrible. So let's sort of buy at least 6 days of consistent surge at level 4, because it's going to go from largest to smallest. It's not going to be in between. So we'll look at the 6 days in which we were at level 4 surge, and we'll go back to 99% confidence interval. This should be the window that we should not be conducting an exercise for our hospital. So we'll go calculate, and that time, and this aligns with the fictional behavior of the hospital that we've created. We've created data that shows that the hospital will surge sometime in between the fall and winter. But we should be avoiding exercises between October 15th and October 20th. That is how you use this calculator. If you have any questions, please contact me at wgprepare.org. It's a valuable tool. I highly recommend using it for, of course, healthcare, but for any industry. It's simple math. But we've created this to hopefully make this easier to the industry. Thank you for listening. Disaster never waits.